If you believed F1 drivers exclusively raced for well-known racing teams or marquees, you were mistaken. While speed, agility, and the desire to overcome hurdles in order to reach the top of the podium put drivers on the edge of their seats, nothing can compare to the thrill of forming their own racing teams. The latest driver to launch his own F1 team is Max Verstappen. Do you want to know more about Max's F1 new team? Then stay tuned. Max Verstappen, the reigning Formula One world champion, has recently added the title of a team owner to his resume with the launch of Verstappen.com Racing, which will compete in both the real and virtual worlds. But is he the first to do so? Not at all. If you go back in time, you'll see that some of Formula One's most illustrious names, such as Jack Brabham, Bruce McLauren, Sir John Surtees, and others, founded their racing teams. Max Verstappen has announced the creation of a new racing squad that will participate in both virtual and real-world motorsport events, continuing his long-standing association with both the sports racing outfit Team Redline and Red Bull Racing. Team Redline will represent this new Verstappen.com racing team in esports, but it will have its own livery and branding. The Formula One world champion, Max Verstappen, has officially formed Verstappen.com Racing as the umbrella organization for all racing activities, backed by Verstappen.com, Max Verstappen's official platform. Verstappen.com Racing is a brand new effort fueled by Max Verstappen's undeniable enthusiasm for racing and entirely backed by Red Bull as part of Max and Red Bull's close partnership. Verstappen.com Racing will be represented by Team Redline, a global mix of real and virtual drivers who have raced in and won events such as the iRacing endurance events, virtual Le Mans series, and others. In the real world, Jos Verstappen, who participates in the Belgian Rally Championship, is a member of the Verstappen.com Racing team and will be supporting Thierry Vermeulen, who is making his ADAC GT Masters debut. The new Verstappen.com Racing X Red Bull logo will be prominently displayed on all virtual and real-world cars. Red Bull is a founding partner of Verstappen.com Racing, and the two have joined forces as part of a larger collaboration that affirms each other's faith and dedication to one another. This may be seen in the co-designed logo, which combines the two brand identities. In the team's announcement press release, Max Verstappen said that racing has always been my biggest passion in life. From the moment I first stepped into a go-kart until today, I am truly happy that with the Verstappen.com Racing team, I can share the love for racing with drivers and teams I feel closely connected to. Apart from the fun it brings me, I can also share my racing knowledge with them, which hopefully helps everybody to improve themselves. The Dutch driver also reaffirmed his commitment to the Red Bull family for many years to come, before adding that the close partnership with Red Bull as a company is also reflected in the fact that they are supporting the Verstappen.com Racing team for the coming years, which makes me very proud. The reason why Max launched his racing team is because of his love and undying passion for the sport. Max Verstappen is a one-of-a-kind Formula One driver. A basic assessment of Verstappen is that, as the son of ex-F1 driver Jos Compen and superb Carter Sophie Compen, he's made of the proper stuff for racing. He has been able to tap into the potential given by exceptional racing DNA thanks to meticulous, if not obsessive, preparation. Verstappen, who is still only 23, is one of F1's present bright lights, as well as a driver who has the potential to sustain his position well into the 2030s. He was a prodigy when he debuted in 2015. Circumstances conspired to prohibit him from winning the crown until 2021. Verstappen debuted in Formula One after only a year of automobile racing, progressing from karts to European Formula 3. His ascension to the top appears to be quick, but it wasn't. He began his journey when he was 4 years old. Verstappen's brilliant karting resume, highly impressive rookie Formula One season, and a total of 10 Grand Prix victories also imply that his talent is such that this has come quite easily to him. It hasn't happened yet. Verstappen's education was unusual and challenging at times. That said, it began with a familiar tale of a child who was attracted by automobiles but was limited by his parents. Verstappen began riding quad bikes at the age of 2. When he was 4 years old, he watched a younger acquaintance go karting and begged his father if he could have one of his own. Jos protested, but persistent pleadings and a few tears eventually won over his mother, and the Verstappen succumbed, putting Max in a kart for the first time at the age of 4.5. That boy that once begged his parents to own a kart now owns a racing team. That's awesome. At the age of 7, he won his very first race. He was a champion in Belgium and the Netherlands when he was 9 years old, and he would go on to win more domestic titles in the coming years. In his debut year in Europe, he had won a hat-trick of WSK titles and finished second in the CIK FIA World Cup against future Red Bull teammate Alex Albon. He was world and European champion in the discipline's two most competitive and professional classes by 16, his final year in karting, and into the adult categories. Jos Verstappen poured his heart and soul into his son's career between that first karting appearance and Max's final World Championship victory. While Max was at school, he prepped his chassis and engines in his workshop during the day, and they would test 2 or 3 times a week. They travel over 100,000 kilometers every year across the Netherlands, Belgium, and beyond in a van. Max is eager to pick up a new challenge in the racing world, which has driven him to start his own racing team. It's an impressive step, though, but the question is, how successful will his team be? Will it fade away like previous Formula drivers that started their own racing time? Actually, it is still early to make any prediction about the future of the Formula One champion racing team. Still, with Max's experience, team spirit, and passion for the game, we expect to see a successful racing team. While Max has been incredibly unlucky during the first 3 races of the 2022 F1 season, with his car retiring twice so far with powertrain issues, we're incredibly excited to see him evolve in the industry. What do you think of the new Max Verstappen racing team? Let us know in the comment section below. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Ensure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always get to watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next video.